Hi, Miss Shirley. This is Becky Liana with Gray Owl Marketing. I spoke to Miss Brenda today and I promised to send you over this video. I will keep it brief, but I did just want to show you 3 tips you can use today to help bring in more customers to your business. Because I know that in the world of the internet, most local business owners are just too busy running their business to keep up with how the internet can, really work for them and benefit their company. So as you can see here, I do have your website pulled up. First of all, I absolutely love your name. It's a great name. I love that you're showing that it's family owned. I think that's really important to a lot of people. But as I scroll through your website here, the first thing that's important to know is that if you really want to optimize with Google, you need at least 1,500 words on the home page. And it looks like you guys do have a few hundred, but content is king with Google. This is a key factor in Google's formula when they decide which sites to rank higher than others. And Google likes to see not only high quantity information, but they want to see high quality information as well. So you want your business to show up on page 1 when your customers are searching on Google, right? So I put your website in a tool here that we call Ahrefs, and you can see your website here. This is pretty much a dashboard of what your online presence looks like. So you can see you're getting a little bit of traffic, 19 people a month to your page, and you are ranking for some keywords. So just wanted to take a look here on what those keywords are. This program is being a little slow today, so give it a minute. My apologies. Sorry, the program is being a little slow today. But when you're thinking about content, you really want to optimize not only putting a lot of it in, but the words you're using and including in your content. So you can see here that Art of Landscaping Fayetteville is getting searched 20 times a month and you're ranking 1 for that. That's great because that's your brand. Again, this is your brand here and you're ranking number 5. So it's always nice to be ranking number 1 for your brand. You can see 50 searches here, you're ranking number 7. But that's only good if people know what company you are. So here's a good buyer intent keyword: landscape. Peachtree City, Georgia is getting searched 150 times a month, and it looks like you're on the top of page 2 for that. Let's see, Fayetteville Nursery is getting searched 20 times, and you're at the bottom of page 1 for that. Landscape Noon is getting searched 40 times, and you're at the top of page 2 for that. So when you're thinking about your online strategy, you want to think about optimizing the keywords you're using and pick 2 or 3 words that have buyer intent and that you can use them throughout your website and throughout your pages. Another thing you can think about is having multiple service pages for all the different things that you offer, because you do offer quite a bit of different services for that. And I did just want to show you an example here. I put in, for example, right here, sod Atlanta. And I saw on your page you sell sod. So sod Atlanta is getting searched 500 times a month. So that's 6,000 customers a year that you're missing out on for not ranking on page 1 for this. So as you can see here, I did put it in just to show you an example how people search. When you put in a search term, lots of people will get into the first section here, which is typically ads. And ads are great to fill in some gaps in your strategy. Some people do click on those right away, but you got to be careful with ads because they can be very effective, but they can also be a money pit if not done correctly. And then you can see here, usually there is what we call a map pack where there's a top 3, and you might be familiar with it, where there's the top 3 businesses located in the area. So I did have that pulled up. Give me a second. So landscaping Atlanta is another great term that gets searched all the time. And I just want to show you an example of how this looks. So you can see the ads here. You can also see what we call the map pack here, because a lot of people will scroll past these ads. And this is where the top 3 companies that Google feels really confident in and putting those in there in front of the searchers. And then people even scroll past that down to here, which is what we're called the organic search. So it would be advantageous for you to try to rank in this organic search as well in this map pack area here. So you're probably asking yourself, how do I get in those top 3 spots? About 40% of all traffic hits this map pack. If you're doing something, for example, like Atlanta sod, you want to rank number 1 right here in the organic search, which also would not be too hard. But you're probably asking yourself, how do I rank there, right? And the first thing you want to think about is your Google business profile. And that's what I have pulled up here. Here's your profile. You want to really make sure that you're building and optimizing this profile. There's a number of different ways you can do that, and I'll share a couple with you. First is Google reviews. So I can see you have quite a bit of reviews here and a 4.2 star. You want to continue to get good reviews here, especially 5-star reviews. That does build the positive image of you on the internet. The second thing I'll talk about is what we call the NAP, which is your name, your address, and your phone number. And you want that to show up in multiple locations throughout the internet. So think about business directories. You have a Facebook page. You want to put it on Yelp. You want to put it on Yellow Pages or Whitebook or City Star. You want to put it in multiple locations so you have a vast footprint across the web. But something to really keep in mind with this is very critical for this to match exactly with your Google business profile, because Google is a machine, so it does like to see it matching exactly, because they want to see when people search for on different platforms that the same information is coming up. So that's really important. The last thing I'll share with you about the Google business profile is what the pictures here. I love that you have pictures here, and this applies to pictures on your website as well. You want to save those pictures as buyer intent keywords. So for example, sod Atlanta or landscaping Atlanta. You want to save those pictures as those words so that when Google's crawling your profile, when it's crawling your website, you're going to come up for those words. The second thing I'll say is make sure you're putting geotags on your pictures. So you want to tag it in the location you're at, or if customers are sending you pictures of the beautiful work that you've done on their sod work or landscaping designs, you want to tag it in the locations of where those people are, because what that does is Google sees what type of work you're doing by using those keywords, and then it also sees where you're doing it by using those geotags. So when people are searching for similar things, your business is going to show up for that. And that's really important. So the next thing you're probably asking yourself about how I rank on this top one page here is what we call backlinks. And this is really important because it involves your online reputation or your website's authority. And when you see here, when I pull up Sod Atlanta, you're not showing up as number one. When I pull up Landscaping Atlanta, we can see you're not on the first page or in the map pack. And that's really where you want to be, right? You want to be right in front of the customers that are buyer intent keywords, and buyer intent means they're already looking to make a purchase. So all they need to do is find the person that they need to purchase from. And so again, back here to your dashboard, when you think about your online reputation, right here is the numerical value of your reputation. You really do want to see this number above 19, or excuse me, above 20, ideally in 30s or 40s. And you want to see a 1-for-1 ratio here. And how you do that is with referring domains and backlinks. So you can see here that you have 23 referring domains pushing 121 backlinks to your site. But you do have to keep in mind that not all backlinks and referring domains are created the same. Google really likes to see relevant referring domains that are pointing back to your site that are relevant to the business or the industry you're in. And you can see down here with this do follow number that only 6 of your 23 sites Google considers relevant, and that's what's driving your reputation number right here. And so again, just to give you an example, when I pull up Sod Atlanta, this Atlanta Sod company here is number 1. So I did pull up their website, and you can see it here. It's not a bad looking website, but as you look at it, it doesn't have nearly as much content as Google likes to see. So if you were going to make a service page for Sod, you could put in 1,500 or even more words onto that page using buyer intent keywords. And then again, Sod Atlanta, when I look here, this is that Atlanta Sod company, your number 1 competitor in this space. This is what their dashboard looks like. So you can see they have a reputation score of 30 versus your 19. You can see they have 238 backlinks or referring domains pushing almost 1,000 backlinks to their page, compared to your 23. And then you can see your traffic is quite a bit lower. Their traffic is quite a bit high. And don't be discouraged by this, because there are lots of things you do to show up differently. You can see they have these referring domains, and of them 145 are relevant domains. And the neat thing is you can just go ahead and look at what domains they have by clicking on here, and eventually, if the system wants to work, these ones will show up here. And all you got to do is copy them and be in the same locations they are, and then add on top of that so that you have more. And then before you know it, using these strategies, you can beat out your competitors. So again, just to summarize and close out, you want to have at least 1,500 words on your homepage. Content is king, both quality and quantity. You also want to think about optimizing your Google business profile by having a large footprint across the web and optimizing those by being consistent. And then you also want to think about your online reputation and getting your backlinks up so you can increase your reputation. And if you implement these strategies today, you can be number one on Google. And you can do this yourself with the information that I've provided. There's no problem with that. I'm happy to allow you to do that. However, if you want to be more effective and save yourself some time so that you can focus on your business, you can give me a call and we can set up a time to chat. Once again, my name is Becky Leana with Gray Owl Marketing, and my contact information is in the email. I do hope that you found this information valuable, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great one.